Hello team, this is Khalif. In this video, we are going to go a little bit more in detail about WhatsApp's new price changes. So we're going to talk about some examples, talk about pricing, what are the differences between the old and the new. Stay tuned, we're going to talk about it in a few seconds. All right, welcome back. My name is Khalif, the founder and CEO of YesHello. So we help small businesses streamline your customer service using software and training and support. Now we're going to talk about the conversation-based official WhatsApp API. The pricing changes. All you need to know, how is it going to affect your business? If you are a small business, this will affect you in a positive way. If you're a big business, this will affect you actually not so much, because you're going to make better, more conversations. So you probably have to be charged a little bit more, but negligible, right? We have a video that we recorded previously. So if you want to have a brief introduction on what is going on with the pricing change, you can go and check out that video. In this video, we're gonna dig a little bit deeper into the details. We're gonna talk about the pricing. What is it exactly? Where can you find the pricing for your country? We're gonna talk about some examples. How is it gonna look like when somebody sends you a message? What is it gonna look like when your company does a broadcast? What does it look like in the 24-hour rule? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Stay tuned. We're going to start right now. So just a brief summary. Facebook has changed or upgraded their WhatsApp template messages pricing as of February 1st of 2022. Today is the 5th of February. So instead of previously they charge by notification and by template message, now they charge by conversations or dialogues, okay? And there are two types. One, they charge based on if somebody messages into your company, right? And the second one, if you do a broadcast to your clients, all right? So either way, out, you will be charged a small fee. It is a little bit more expensive if you do the broadcast, and a little bit, less fees if you are the one receiving. Somebody else is messaging in. Okay, so that's good. And the 24-hour rule also has changed. Instead of where last time you can hack the conversations, because WhatsApp only will, the timer will only close based on the end, the end of the chat. So if you're chatting with someone, like at 12 p.m., that's when you end the chat with him, and then you don't chat for 24 hours, then only the next session will start. But what a lot of businesses do is they hack it and make sure they chat with this same person before the 24-hour window ends. Therefore, it doesn't reset. Therefore, it is free, right? So WhatsApp got smart. They're saying, no, the timer now starts as soon as somebody sends in, or as soon as you send the first message. Okay, so that's the 24 hours. And if you want to send another message after that first 24 hours, then there is another charge. Okay, so basically every time you want to have a chat with someone, you need to pay unless it's within the first 24 hours. Okay, so another thing that has changed is that now you get, so if you're a small business, it's great because you get your first 1,000 conversations free. You don't have to pay for the first 1,000 conversations. So for a lot of micro businesses, small businesses, this is great because most, small businesses starting out, especially if you're in the service business or if you are, you have high ticket, you don't really talk to 1,000 people, right? Well, maybe you do. But 1,000 is good enough to get started. Then after 1,000, you'll get charged. We'll take a look at the pricing right after this. You also don't have to pay anything if you run campaigns on Facebook or on Instagram or, you do click to WhatsApp campaigns. So anything under the Meta/Facebook company call to action buttons, there are no charge, right? So let's take a look at the pricing. For countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, this is what the pricing will look like, okay? So we have Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. Business initiated rate is the rate that we have to pay to Facebook, WhatsApp, if we want to send a broadcast. So if we are sending the broadcast, we have to pay 0.0732 cents in USD, okay? So this is, let's say, times 4, 30, around 33 cents, 35 cents, okay? So this is 35 cents in Malaysian ringgit, 0.35, okay? And if our clients initiate the conversation, then we pay less. So this is around, so we times 4, 0.88, let's say 0.09. So RM 0.09. Okay, so that's 9 cents per conversation. That is only after the first 1,000 conversations. So this is very good. So now we can have more conversations with our clients, with our customers. We can do broadcast campaigns. This is good. Okay. So if you want to have a look at the whole list, if you don't see your country over here, you can click the link in the description. I'll leave a link over there to this article. You can take a look at more resources over here. There's a whole PDF that you can download. Your country should be there. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at more of the FAQs. API providers set their own markup. YesHello does not mark up on this base price. So we want to help small businesses, make it easy for small businesses. So we don't have a markup, but you want to check those companies that if you're not using our platform, they might have a markup from 10 to 50%. So this could go up a little bit more, maybe up to 50 cents. This one could be up to 20 cents. Okay. All right. So let's do an example. Case 1, the client initiates a dialogue. So it says here, the client writes to you about his order. So they send in the message. Okay. Until you answer him, this dialogue or conversation is not considered open yet. Interesting. As soon as the bot or one of your team members, the manager, responds to the client with a template message, then the dialogue will be considered open and funds will be debited from you. So let me just take the funds, and then you have to pay, okay? As for the dialogue that the client initiated, so that is this price because they initiated. Case number 2, if you are doing the broadcast, let's say you have a sale, then you do a broadcast to your clients. And then what happens, right? So everything simple here, it says, if you send a template message and it gets the status delivered, right? That check mark, then this opens a dialogue with the client. So that's considered open. This dialogue will be considered a dialogue initiated by the business and will be taxed according to the appropriate pricing. And that pricing will be this one, right? So for every broadcast you do, is gonna cost you a minimum of 35 cents in Malaysia, okay? Or 0.0732 cents in the US. Case number 3, going beyond the 24-hour window. This is what it looks like. Okay, let's take a basis. As a basis, the situation when the client wrote to you first. So they wrote to you first, for example. You answered and the task was closed. Settled, okay? If after 24 hours from the moment of the first message, you write to the client again, right? Then this will be considered a new dialogue initiated by the business. So basically what it's saying is that a timer starts when the first message is sent. Doesn't matter from which side, okay? So even for you, or if you send at 12 p.m. and then you chat and chat and chat, so you can chat as much as you want within the first 24 hours until the next 12 p.m. At 12:01 and you send another message, that will be considered a second conversation. Okay? So it doesn't matter who sends first. If it's after the 24 hours from the first message, it is considered a second conversation. Okay. Next question. Am I charged and then reimbursed for the 1,000 conversation per WhatsApp Business API? No, you're not charged for the first 1,000 conversations. It is absolutely free. The first charge will be on the 1,001st conversation. So that's good. Okay. Next question. Where can I see the total costs for my conversations? So this depends on where you subscribe to WhatsApp Business API. All right. So for us, if you come through us, we will give you a dashboard where you can take a look at this. Right. More on that if you want to know more about our WhatsApp Business API and all the dashboards. You can go and speak to one of our growth specialists, our consultants, and they'll help you out. But if you go, so what I'm saying is it depends on where you subscribe your WhatsApp Business API. Do the free conversations from ads that click to WhatsApp count towards a business 1,000 free conversations each month? No, it does not. So every ad that you do, it's already included in the ad spend. So it's free, okay? So all your 1,000 is not affected. Next question. Is the free click to WhatsApp only available for ads? Or does it work for common click to WhatsApp in Facebook, Instagram page? Remember, we spoke about that earlier. So this is where the gratuity will only be applied to click to WhatsApp conversations started from ads. So not from Instagram page or your Facebook page, right? So those will still be chargeable. Next, how will I track the number of conversations per account or build triggers to notify the client about paid conversations? So this is similar to our first question just now. Where can you see it? In the dashboard, depending on where you purchase it from, right? Which provider. So if you provide it from us, we will offer you a place that you can find out. Next question. Do we still need to use template messages? Yes, the same session and template messages rules still apply. They just aren't related to the charges anymore. Right? So you still have to apply for the template messages. This is to avoid spam, right? They really want to make sure that WhatsApp platform is free of spam. It's a great place to hang out, okay? And so you'll have pre-approved template messages that you can send out. Everything is the same. It's just now that you're not charged for template messages, you're charged by conversation. Great. Next question. If the business doesn't respond to a user message, will the business be charged for that conversation? Another great news. No, we will not be charged, right? So the user-initiated conversation only starts when the business responds to the user's message. So if you don't respond or there's no automation, then nothing happens. You don't get charged, right? But I would suggest, if you want to be a business that is making good money and having good customer relationship, you want to reply as fast as possible. But if you say, hey, I don't want to reply, then there's no charge, right? So if you want more examples, you can click here. It'll bring you to a page and it'll show you a little bit more examples. Okay. Next question. If the WhatsApp Business API phone number is from Malaysia, for example, but the end client, the user, has a phone number from Singapore, another country, which country's cost will apply? So if you take a look, there are two different costs, right? So it's slightly different. But if you're in Indonesia, it's way different, right? It's more than double. Okay, it's half the price. Okay, so what if it's from another country? Then what happens? So let's take a look. Charges for conversations are based on the user's country code. A user here is defined as the customer that the business is communicating with. So if you are communicating with a lot of customers from Indonesia, then it's more cost effective because it'll be charged based on where the customer is, not where the business is, not where you are the business. So it mainly depends on who you're serving, who your customers are. Okay, so if you want to see the full pricing for this, you can check out in the description. I put a link to it, so you can go and see how much it costs for each country. Okay, so next question: does WhatsApp have different processes and charges for government entities and non-profits? The answer is yes. So you can contact us, speak to Alta. You can email Alta at alta@YesHello.chat. And she will give you all the information if you are a non-profit or if you're a government organization. I think you get better pricing. Okay, so that's that for some examples. I hope that helps. My name is Khalif, so please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We speak a lot about helping SMEs to streamline customer service, streamline online customer service, so that your company can be more competitive. All right, so hope to see you guys in the next video. My name is Khalif, and have a great, awesome day. Bye-bye.